So, you made a movie, and nobody watched it. And like an idiot with a headache checking your symptoms on WebMD, you think you've diagnosed the problem. Well, unsurprisingly, you're wrong. You think you've made a bad movie and that by making a better movie, more people will watch it. And on YouTube specifically, I would say, but throughout social media, there's a lot of talk about cameras and lenses and festivals and distribution. But almost nobody talks about the one thing that matters and determines whether or not any of those things matter in the first place, the audience. And that, my friends, is the conversation I want to have this evening. Welcome back to another episode of the Nick Williams Show. My name is Nick Williams. I'm an independent filmmaker and producer from Boston. We've got a great show for you this evening, like we do every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Before we get started, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can join us in the chat, because at the end of the episode, we talk about all of your comments and take some questions and do stuff like that. It's very, very fun. If you're watching this later, leave a comment down below. I try to get back to everybody, even the people who disagree. In fact, I would say, most importantly, the people that disagree. Be sure to stick around to the end of the episode, because we're also going to be talking about the A24 fiasco that's been ongoing, and a new pilot program that's coming out of Vermont that is awarding creators and filmmakers a total of $50,000 per year, I think, to make their films. Joining me in studio this evening, just like every week, is my wonderful and glorious producer, Ed.
Hey, Nick. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. Couldn't do it, wouldn't do it without you, Ed. Ed, you ever make a film that nobody watched?
Of course.
Have you in the audience ever made a film? Question of the day, question of the week. Have you ever made a film that nobody watched? Not a bad film, not an unfinished film. A film you were genuinely proud of that you posted somewhere or sent in somewhere and nobody watched it. Maybe you spent years writing it, months raising money, countless nights editing it. Maybe you took time away from your work or your family to make it. Maybe you emptied your savings account. Maybe you sacrificed vacations, weekends, and sleep just to get it done. And maybe you got a couple of festival submission acceptances, maybe a couple hundred views online, if it was really good. And then, like a rock in the river, nothing. Sinks right to the bottom. You get nothing. Edmund, you ever have any of that happen to you?
I believe so, yes.
And the question I like to ask to the filmmakers is, why do you think that is? Now, normally, the answers that I get, refer to my notes, the answers that I get are, the algorithm screwed me, marketing is too expensive, festivals are rigged, my movie was too niche, or I didn't have enough money to make it the best that it could be, the equipment or the whatever. And my question to you, the pondering, the thought process of tonight's episode, as there are gunshots going off outside.
Yeah, I think those are fireworks. I hope they're fireworks.
They better, well, who knows? We're in Boston. You never know. What if the real problem with your film started years before you ever decided to make the movie in the first place? What if the biggest mistake independent filmmakers make isn't during production or even pre-production? It's the fact that they never build an audience before they need one. And the question I keep asking myself is, why is no one else talking about this? Everybody is trying to do these tutorials and, help other filmmakers grow, but no one talks about things like what Curry Barker did or what anybody else did before their movie blew up, whatever that movie is. And what's happening amongst filmmakers after college or whatever is you get an idea for a film and all of a sudden you want to become a filmmaker. And that's fine. But here's the problem. You spend 2 years writing and developing the film, maybe another year raising money, and these are just round figures. 6 months producing, 6 months editing, and then you spend 2 weeks trying to figure out who's actually going to watch the movie. And it's part of it comes from the fact that we are told we should be making art and stories that are meaningful to us, and that's great. But then we go and complain that either A, no one watched it just for the sake of being able to tell the story to other people, or B, we wonder why we can't make any money with the stuff. And it's because we're not making movies for any particular audience, and we haven't built an audience yet. Oh, man, this is a good episode. We got a lot of stuff to do. A lot of stuff to cover tonight. I hope there are people watching and subscribing. And normally I hope people aren't watching, but...
We've got some...
Wow. Oh, and Edmund has a stutter.
Oh, man. We have some concurrent viewers right now. Yes.
Oh, good. I like, you know why? I like the concurrent viewers because it shows me who actually gives a shit. Okay? Now, if this is the first time you're watching an episode, I would appreciate you to stick around. But again, Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you know the show exists, you know what kills me?
What?
I've been turning my phone off during the stream because I get text messages, and nothing angers me more than people texting me, asking me for things while on Monday night between 8 and 10 p.m. You'd be shocked how many people text me during this time, and they won't text me like other times. They only, you know what I mean? And then it's like, I'm streaming. I'm doing my show, and you're not successful enough to not watch.
Right.
You know? 2 weeks figuring out who's going to watch the film. And that is ass backwards. And you have to think to yourself, what other industry acts that way? What if you were going to open a restaurant and you sign the lease and you hire the people and you're about ready to open the door and you go, okay, what's on the menu? Who are we going to sell food to? As the owner, who would do that? Who would do that? Why would you? It's like opening a French restaurant in the middle of Chinatown. Why would you do that? It's Chinatown. They don't eat that. They don't eat frogs in soup. Anyway.
Nice. No, what they do is they put flyers on your car all around.
No, they
like,
eat
the
duck.
block.
They eat duck feet. That's what they do in Chinatown.
No, I'm talking about when you start a restaurant in the area.
You start with who your customer base is going to be.
Of course.
You don't say, I want to open a taco shop where there aren't people that like taco. I don't know who doesn't like tacos, but do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's dumb. You're not going to go out into rural wherever the fuck and then open something that requires you to be in the city. Like a 24-hour nightclub when there's 40 people in the town or whatever it is. Like, no one's going to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you have to be thinking about your customer base. And I really need to emphasize this a lot. And I feel like I'm like the only filmmaking podcast out there that talks about business in filmmaking. And it's only because every other podcast that talks about filmmaking talks about the process of making a film. Do you think we know how to make one already or not? Do you think we know what we're doing? And even if there are tips and tricks and techniques and the process and all that stuff, I think it's wonderful. I really do. And you can always learn something. But what is the point of learning all of these processes if you're just going to end up not showing it to anybody?
Right.
Especially when you're starting out and you're using your own money. And I find it so funny. I posted on my and listen, everybody who responded and people who do respond to these little polls that I do on Instagram, I appreciate. But I put on my Instagram a little while ago, like, what is the thing that like would help you the most, or what do you have the most trouble with regard to filmmaking? Is it distribution? Is it festivals? Is it networking? Is it funding? And like 90% of people said like funding and investors. Who the fuck is going to give you a dime if they don't know how they're going to earn that money back? And it doesn't mean that they don't even want to give you the money. You might have a great movie, but their question is always going to be like, it's not my movie. You just want me to pay you to make your movie, which is fine. And I think that they should. But I don't think that they should just be giving their money away for free. And if they were doing that, they wouldn't be rich to begin with. So is it worth going into your savings and potentially your children's college funds to spend it on making your short or your feature for no one to watch? And to me, the answer is no, which is why I think it's important to talk about these things. I feel like I've done my due diligence. What are you laughing at?
I'm just hoping I don't stutter again. That was a pretty bad one.
It was fucking horrible.
Yeah.
I almost ended the stream.
You better not clip that.
I'm going to.
Okay. Sorry, go on. Sorry about that.
So we talk a lot about the industry standard. Everybody loves on set to quote, it's not industry standard, 12-hour turnarounds, blah, 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 industry standard. And we all like to act, and I call it LARPing, and people get really offended when I say indie filmmakers are LARPing as filmmakers. But I only say that because they do half. It's like selective filmmaking. They do half of the filmmaking stuff that is industry standard, and they don't do the other half that is industry standard that Hollywood does when it comes to things like marketing. We talked a little bit about this last week with the Meet Our Director posts and stuff like that. Hollywood does not start with movies as a business entity, okay? That's what we see. Okay, from a consumer side, it's what we think we see, and we don't really put in the context. We don't put into our conscious mind the fact that we've seen these actors for 6 months on The Tonight Show, the whatever it is, The Late Show, the this, the that, everything, Ellen, whatever the hell's out there. They're pushing all these things. You'll start to see an uptick in like, oh, this person was caught outside there, whatever. And you're like, who is this person? Why do I care? Why is TMZ talking about these people? Because Hollywood starts the promotion before. They'll greenlight a film. They'll say Edmund's going to star in the film. Nick's going to co-star in the film. We have 6 months before production, and one team goes and works on pre-pro. And the other team, the marketing team, immediately goes out into the world, calls TMZ, starts drumming up different things, and starts saying, let's get pictures of Edmund as he's walking out of his house in the morning. There's rumors about this. They make these fake bullshit posts about rumor has it that Universal is eyeing Edmund Dondero to play this person in their next whatever the fuck.
I love those posts. I eat them up.
Everybody does.
No, I'm joking.
No, everybody does.
Yeah.
And I don't mean us. I don't mean filmmakers. I mean the outside world. If the outside world didn't eat that shit up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it. Stars, fan bases, publicity, media relationships, press coverage. Before a movie ever even gets like into production, think about The Odyssey that is dropping on July 17th. They've been talking about that since Oppenheimer dropped.
Yeah.
For Christopher Nolan. Who's going to play Odysseus? Who's going to play Telemachus? Who's going to play this? Who's going to play that? Why? Oh, Tom Holland's been in talks. We saw Tom Holland at a Starbucks with Matt Damon and Christopher Nolan. That was a year and a half ago that posts like that were dropping. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And the whole time we knew that Christopher Nolan was making The Odyssey. But and it's not that it's not cool, and it's not that it's not good marketing, and it's not that it's not worth anything. My point is that we don't do this shit. And I don't know why we don't do this shit. Because the average person who's not in filmmaking doesn't know Hollywood from not Hollywood. And if everyone, again, if we work together, because that's kind of the point, started doing shit like this, we could turn some stuff around. Now, I'm a very solution-based person, so I do have some solutions here. But you have to understand, people are never, ever buying the movie. They're never buying. There is no story out there. There is no story out there that people just go, I don't even care who's in the movie. I don't care who directed it. I don't care who's starring in it or who did it. I just love that story about that time that guy cheated on that girl and then what she did afterward. It's all about the story to me. I don't care who plays who or even if they do a good job. I just care about the story. I might as well read the book. See what I'm saying? Immediately you go, well, why wouldn't you just read it? Why do people watch movies? Because they feel as though someone, whoever it is telling them a story in their way. The problem that most independent filmmakers have is that they think, I'll make a short film, everyone will love it, that will bring me an audience that will then help me make a bigger film. And you need to start with the audience. You start with the audience, then you do your short, then you do, and maybe you don't, but like, you're going to stumble and bumble and fumble away. What I'm saying is if you were to do things from the jump, from the get-go, right from the starting line, pistol goes off, This is how you should be doing it if you think you want to be a filmmaker. Build an audience, then have a film, then build a bigger audience with the film and use things like we talked about in last week's episode, like behind the scenes, et cetera, to build a bigger audience, and then you do a bigger film, and so on, and so on, and so on. And why are we waiting until the movie is finished to even think about who is going to watch it? Why do we think? Why are we so... It's not selfish. It's... I don't even know what it is. It's almost like an insecurity. Like, I'm not good at talking to people. And listen, everybody feels this way, okay? It's not like I'm not shitting on anybody, but I'm trying to diagnose the issue or the reason we do it this way. It's like, I want to make a movie. I want people to watch it. So I make the movie here. I made the movie. And people are like, who the fuck are you? People say this to me. They go, who the fuck are you? And I'm like, I'm a guy who's trying to fucking help. Yep. That's who I am. I'm a guy who's trying to help. Last week, somebody said I'm sanctimonious.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They go, but who the fuck are you? I go, who are you? I click the profile. It's like, been on YouTube 20 years. 1 subscriber, no profile picture, no video uploads. Okay. Bot. Russia. China. Edmund, do you know of some ways that people can start building an audience? I've got a list here, but I'd like to hear what you got on the dome.
I can think of a couple because you mentioned Curry
You're
Barker.
old. Let's do the old ones first and get them out of the way. Mm-hmm. Email newsletter.
Snail mail.
Yeah. Generic social media post. Meet the director. But I would say a big one is being present at community events. If you can find a networking event, go and actually help. But go ahead, Edmund. What are some ones off the dome? I took some difficult ones out of the way. There should still be.
I was thinking about Curry Barker and how he...
What did he do?
He built up a community on, I'm guessing, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok maybe. I don't really follow him, but he does comedy sketches.
Yeah.
And
do they have to... Is it a law that you have to make comedy sketches?
No, you can do any other form of... Any other genre.
What about vlogs or reactions or tutorials or sketches or video essays or... anything else, like the kid from Backrooms did. He would talk about and break down the Backrooms meme. That's how he got started in that.
Okay.
His whole channel was about like talking about this meme or exploring random buildings or whatever it is. You know, like that was how he got started, built up a huge audience. And then we talk about the fact that it's like, oh, yeah, but then they got bought out for whatever it is. Well, yes. Why did they get bought out? Now, listen, is Backrooms a good movie? I don't know. I haven't seen it. Is Succession, I always do that. Is Obsession a good movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Is it the best thing since sliced bread? Go watch my review and find out for yourself. Okay? And I'm not the arbiter of what's good or bad. It's totally subjective. But if I have flaws with it, I guarantee you other people have flaws with it too. It is the single most successful indie film, in a very long time. It's currently, I just got the dailies this morning.
Yeah.
Right? 350 million almost worldwide. Over 250 domestic.
Okay.
That's a shitload of money. And the movie was made for $750,000.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Why was there a bidding war? Why did people care about his movie? Why did the studios and the distributors know that with his movie, good, bad, or indifferent, whether they liked it or not, why is Curry Barker the movie that we want to purchase and put out there and spend another $100 million on advertising for Curry Barker on his behalf? Why? Because nobody's ever heard of Curry Barker, or because he has 6 million YouTube subscribers?
Probably the latter.
Right. That's my point. It doesn't mean Curry Barker is better than you. But you don't have to start off with a $750,000 film even. Start off by building an audience. Like that's the whole point. Now, listen, I talk about this, and it's like, well, Nick, you have 600 and some odd subscribers. Like, what do you give a fuck? I am talking to filmmakers. If you're an average person not in film and you're watching the show, thank you very much. You're welcome to be here, but it might be a little boring for you. If you're a content creator, filmmaker, or someone who's behind the camera who wants to do this for a living, specifically, that's the niche. That's the micro niche. I'm not even talking to people who want to do this for the love of art. That's not the fucking point of my show. What I'm saying is, if you're trying to build an industry, if you're sick and tired of going to your 9 to 5 every day and your dream is to make films for a living, I am trying to lay out the process based on what I know about business and my knowledge and expertise outside of the film industry, and realizing that the film industry is the only industry that doesn't act like any other fucking industry that makes money ever. It's all a bunch of people saying, look at me, and asking each other for money to make their $3,000 fucking short film, and hoping and praying that they can do it for a living and get asked by A24, maybe not them, to give them their movie for 15, 20 million, whatever it is. And it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way anywhere. The audience is not the reward for making a film. The audience has always been, and should be treated as the foundation that allows the film to be made. And then you make your dream movie, and then you tell your story. But that's why it's work. That's why we make money, if we make money. Because we put work in. And filmmaking is one of those things where you can gain as much value and more. You can gain 300-500 times the value of the work that you put in if you do the work to begin with the right way. That's the point of the show. That's why I don't have 10,000 subscribers or 10 million subscribers, because the reality is a lot of you fucking people out there are so... I don't know. It's not self-centered. I don't know what it is. You're so... What is the word? You're just so... You can't see your hand in front of your face. You're so blinded by whatever propaganda has told you that just make your... Why the fuck do you think they teach you this shit, man? Why do you think they teach you that if you just make the good film, if you just make a really good film, you'll get picked up and be really fair, so that they can keep you the fuck over there, so that they can have the control over the industry, so that they can say they are the arbiters of who is successful. Imagine if the restaurant industry was like that. Imagine if the gym industry was like that. Imagine if any industry was like that. Filmmaking is a business. It is an industry, and it is something that everybody, especially people that are in love with the process, especially the 100,000 of us that are here in New England, if we all banded together, would be able to make money making films. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We want to make movies that are important to us because A24 cares about us. We'll see. We'll fucking see. Stick around. Most filmmakers also only pop up when they're making a film. And pop up, I mean on social media. They pop up, they need money. They need you. They want you to follow their Instagram. They want you to give them money for their film, their crowdfunding, whatever. They promote the film, make the film, whatever. Film's made, one post, disappear, gone. That's it. On to the next project. Or they've run out of all of their money and they have to go back to work. But there's no constant anticipation for the next project. They don't have a vlog or reactions, behind the scenes content, tutorials, a community that they're building, sketches that come out weekly that they've been shooting for months. In the meantime, they have nothing that's coming out simultaneously that keeps the audience interested in their film. And listen, podcasting is a huge one. I have been telling people to start a fucking podcast since day one of doing this show. And there should be 7 billion podcasts because there are almost 8 billion people in the world. Now, a lot of them are children. You're out. And a lot of them are boomers. We should get rid of all of them too, because they can't figure out technology as it is regardless. Yeah. But if you're a millennial and you're in your late 20s, if you're like 25 to 45, and you care about making films, and you want to make films, why the fuck would you not start a podcast, even just talking to a camera, kind of like this, where you're trying to convey your message? Because it's your message, and it's no one else's message. And even if we all said the same thing, we're going to say it in different ways. God knows nobody's going to say it like I do, which is why you should subscribe. But I'm just so sick of this, like, pussyfooting around and pretending it's not what it is. People don't want to put in the work, A, or B, they don't know the actual work that they need to put in order to be successful. And so they save up, and then they spend all of their money, and they feel completely destroyed when no one watches their film. And it's not even their fault. They just didn't know that they had to build an audience first, which is exactly what Curry Barker and that other fucking 20-year-old from Backrooms did.
Backrooms boy?
Yeah. And people go, well, I mean, Steven Spielberg didn't do that. Quentin Tarantino didn't do that. This isn't the fucking 90s, man. This isn't the 70s either. The system has changed. And if you don't think that it's important for you to be posting reels or shorts or making content other than just your film, if you truly believe that you're only going to get picked up based on your film, please go. There's the door. There's the door. Because I have no fucking time for that shit. I have absolutely no time for that shit. Your films may be good. They may be better than Jaws or Raiders of the Lost Ark or Star Wars or whatever. And if you're not playing the game that is currently being played, then you, my friend, are the only thing being played. Because you're wasting your time and money. And don't fucking come to me and tell me you do it for the art. Because that's a load of bullshit. We all know it. And if you do it for the art, don't complain. Don't complain that you're not making money with your films or that no one's watching them. Because Van Gogh painted shit and then lit them on fire to keep warm. But he was psychotic and only knew how to paint. And when he ran out of food, he ate his paint. Okay? That's a true artist. That's somebody that's all they can do. It's like a savant. All they can do is paint things. They go, I'm hungry. And then they keep painting. That's it. That's all they can do. Oh, I'm a little chilly. We should light that one on fire. What is that, Starry Night? Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Thank God. The same guy who did that shit cut his own fucking ear off and sent it to his girlfriend. Okay? That's an artist. Artists are freaks. I include myself in that community, by the way. I'm okay with that.
I guess I am too.
I'm okay with being a freak. I acknowledge it. I'm very self-aware. I am a loud, brash, freaky asshole from Boston. I get it. I get it. I get it. You're going to have to fucking deal with it because currently I'm the only person who's talking about this shit. Maybe if you think that, that I don't do it right or whatever, you should fucking do something like I'm doing. I hope to God I don't have to do this show anymore. What?
Other ways to promote your film?
Yeah, I got more.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead. Go.
When you're finished, should you maybe just send it out to a bunch of smaller festivals that nobody's heard of before? Maybe that'll get some eyes on your film. Is that a good idea?
But the festival. Okay.
There's some big festivals out there. There's some.
There are some big festivals out there. There's some really big ones that are only pay to play. Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's some medium-sized ones.
Yeah.
That you might get rejected from, or you might get into one or two of them. But when was the last time you saw a filmmaker and I'm not being a dick, I just want you to think this through.
Okay.
When was the last time you saw a filmmaker say, I'm a filmmaker, that's all I do? Well, you go, what do you do for work? No, I'm a filmmaker. You go, wow, you make movies all the time. What do you do? I submit to small film festivals. That's what I submit to, small free entry film festivals, and that pays the bills.
Mm. Yeah, I don't see that paying the bills.
Right. When was the last time Hollywood bought a movie that was like a Curry Barker smash hit that was made for super cheap because they bought it at a small film festival from a no-name who has no audience?
I can think of Napoleon Dynamite maybe, but I don't know.
I'm saying in the last 15 years since the internet has been a big deal. Napoleon Dynamite came out in fucking 2004.
Not many.
2008, whatever it was.
It was 2004.
You know what I mean? Whatever. It wasn't in the age of the internet.
Right.
It wasn't in the age of YouTube. If it came out in 2003, YouTube didn't even exist. Nobody could conceptualize the gravity and the impact that video has on social media and reels and shorts, and think about all the shit that we deal with on a daily basis regarding our phones and the internet, and go back to 2003 when Napoleon Dynamite came out and tell me it's the same fucking world. Tell me it's the same world. Tell me you can do everything the same as we did it in 2003 and be as successful as Napoleon Dynamite was with your fucking movie about a guy from Idaho. Blow me. Give me a fucking break. Tell me I'm wrong.
2003 was E-Bombs World and Funny Junk.
Live Leak.
Live Leak, of course.
Live Leak.
Some other websites like Live Leak. Not much.
Unlike Edmund in 2003, I was not in college. I was in third grade.
Graduated in 03, you jerk.
I was in third grade, so I wouldn't even know. But this is my point. We can talk about all of these different things that happened in the past and say these are examples of times where this pokes holes in your argument, Nick. Okay, but we live in today. We live in the right now. What are we talking about? I'm not trying to make movies into the past. I'm trying to build an industry and infrastructure so that we can all make money making movies into the future. That's kind of time's gonna keep moving forward, just FYI. Okay? Things are gonna keep changing, FYI. We have to play the game based on the game the dealer, which is the world around us and reality, says we have to play. Now, some of you may not like that, and some of you may not know how to play the game. That's okay. That's okay. Welcome to the Nick Williams Show. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. It's for me to say, wake the fuck up, you nutbag. This is what you have to do. Now, you may not like the way I say it or my delivery. I don't really care. Because I'm the only person fucking saying it. And I'm hoping to God, I am praying that someone out there, maybe some Emerson journalism student or whatever is listening. Because the next solution I have is the creation of regional media. And I want you to think about this for a second, okay? This is something that almost nobody discusses. Who is covering New England filmmakers? Who is writing articles about New England filmmakers? I would say almost nobody. You have Cotton Southey that did that one article about the Southey Film Festival.
Right. We reviewed that.
What else is being talked about when it comes to New England filmmakers? And you go, well, nothing, because it's like we're not famous, and there's really not. There's 100,000 filmmakers and content creators and people with millions of followers in New England, in the 6 states. Who is talking about any of them? And if we're not talking about them, who is giving media a reason to talk about them? And if they're not going to talk about us, what media are we creating in order to draw attention to ourselves? That's the question. Who is talking about New England independent filmmakers right now? Besides me. I don't even want to do this fucking show. The show is about creating industry and infrastructure. It's not about being the TMZ of New England. Okay? But why don't we have that? Sports have ESPN. Businesses have CNBC. Hollywood has TMZ. And all these other outlets that they've created, oh, by the way, to talk about themselves.
Yeah.
Who do we have that talks about us? Without media, projects don't exist. Nobody knows who the local talent is, and nobody cares because they don't know who it is, and we haven't given them a reason to care. If you think about it this way, what if the Celtics said, we're not doing any media coverage at all from here on out. We're just focused on basketball. We just do it for the love of the game of basketball. But we're not doing any other commercial spots. We don't want to be talked about or even know. We'll say Celtics on the jersey. We might even take that off. No media coverage, none whatsoever. Same guys, same people. All we do is go out there and play the game for the love of the game. But we don't want to be talked about on ESPN. We're not going to do any commercials. We're doing no promos. We're doing no media, nothing. How long would the Celtics exist? As a game, as a team? As a profitable entity? What about the Patriots? What about anything else that doesn't really matter or pay your bills? That you still care about? And would you still care? And should you still care?
That's a good point.
So here's the thing. What if you're a filmmaker? You have a great idea for a film. You have no idea about investors. You have no idea about anything else. Solution number 4, and it's like angering to me that we don't do this type of shit. Most indie filmmakers act like competitors. Oh, I'm in this production group. I'm in this production group. Stupid filmmakers that I know. Stupid filmmakers that I know. And you know who you are. And if you fuck with me, I'll say your name on the stream. Stupid filmmakers who I know have said to me, I only work with these people, or I wouldn't work with anybody else because I have my people and I don't like sharing or going out and working with other people. That's why you're a failure, just so you know. That's why you suck. And that's why you have not progressed and you continue this cycle of failure. Just FYI, because you do not expand and you are either too pathetic or too self-aggrandizing and selfish to expand and realize that if there are 10 filmmakers, each with 500 followers, and the 10 of them team up together, you now have a combined audience of 5,000 followers, and you can also use them to promote and grow and expand. And it doesn't mean you have to like or work with them all the time. And you should be bouncing from group to group. But if you are so fucking self-important in your own head that you don't like to work with other people, then do not complain when you do not grow. Dumbass. God, I've wanted to say that for a few weeks now. I am happy about this episode. Independent filmmakers don't have an audience problem because if you look at the independent filmmakers on like Instagram, right? They each are 500, 1,000, maybe 5,000. We can do big numbers, 10,000, or you have some people with 170,000 or 200,000 or whatever. We're talking about millions and millions and millions of people that are following individual people. And you don't think it would be a good idea to reach out to your buddy and say, hey, listen, I'd love to help you on your film, but will you help me out on my film? And let's collab on an Instagram post and that's networking, you dumbass. That's how you do it. That's how you build together. Forget whether or not you use me. I'm saying there are people out there. When it comes to things like celebrity, and we talk about having a name in film, do you know how many, what is like something that's really popping off right now on social medias? What's something that everybody...
FIFA? World Cup?
No, I don't mean right now. I mean, generally speaking, over the last maybe 3 to 5, since COVID.
AI?
What is something that human beings, what type of content is popping off? Everybody thinks they can do this type of job, not filmmaking. You see a lot of people trying to do stuff for the first time with a microphone, not podcasting necessarily, but...
On the street interviews?
Yeah, let's do it indoors on a stage. It's called... Stand up, you fucking idiot. It is like talking to a wall.
Well, you're saying the past few years, stand-up's been around pretty prevalent in the early...
On social media? You're telling me you haven't seen an uptick in stand-up comedians?
No.
Okay. Edmund doesn't own a phone, I guess. I don't know what the fuck it is. With the rise of shows like Kill Tony and all of these different things that are getting 2 and 5 million views every week, there have also been an influx of people, influencers, content creators, who think they can do stand-up as well. And some of them are very funny, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of great, underrated, not very well-known, and by that I mean couple 100,000 follower, like not Richard Pryors of the world or George Carlin's, but I'm talking about like 2 and 3 and 500,000 follower comedians out there. And you want to write a comedy movie, and you're going on Backstage and casting a no-name as your lead.
Oh, that is a good point.
And you don't think that you should just offer this to someone? You don't think they'd want that? Do you think that their 200,000 followers on Instagram pays their fucking bills? They're set? They've got specials coming out on HBO?
Yeah, hasn't Stavros Halkias and Shane Gillis made some stuff recently?
Shane Gillis made Tires, bro.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was talking about.
Look at all of these people. If you're not entertaining the idea of finding a local comedian, because you're right, Boston has no comedians, right?
No, I mean, a lot of
Boston has no comedians. If you're a comedian from Boston, comment down below. Or you don't exist.
Didn't Louis C.K. start here and many others? Boston's a huge startup for...
You think Boston's funny? You think there's funny people from Boston?
Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
Got to move to New York.
Nobody does comedy in Boston. Oh, they do? Why the fuck are you not putting them in your movies? Why are you not reaching out? It's a DM. It's a DM. And you know what? If they don't respond, hey, comedians, if you don't respond to filmmakers that are making films locally that want to cast you, that's your loss. That's your problem. And I don't care when you fall off the wagon again or you're back on the wagon or whatever it is, because you could have been successful. Not that comedians have problems with alcohol, but...
No.
at all. Comedians never have problems with alcohol or anything. We need to think collectively like a network. It's not just what are they doing and I don't like them. It's what are they doing? Do I like that style of thing? Can I help that person? And if I help that person, will that mean that they will help me? If we think like a network and not like a singular creator, that's how you start to build visibility and how you multiply visibility on a broad scale over the course of the next 5 or 10 years. And I only say this because more and more filmmakers are coming to New England, and we welcome you. I hope that we all make movies out here, because God knows Hollywood's just going to ship you up to Canada to make something. And then they're going to say, well, we can make this look like Boston. We can make this look like Providence.
I don't know if you've seen this, but a lot of people who are from New England will move out to L.A., and a lot of them actually move back to New England after a few years. I don't know if it's because they don't enjoy it or they couldn't get a job.
Maybe because they couldn't make it.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to be a waiter. They wanted to be a filmmaker. And so they move out there and they go, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll just go home and go back on the fishing boat. It's not that you're not good enough. That's really not the issue. The issue is that no one works together because everyone's thinking about themselves. Everyone's focused here. How do I become successful? What has that guy ever done for me? What does that do to help you? What does it do to help you to just stay stagnant and bitter and bitchy and never wanting to create something more, something of more value? You ever hear the phrase, fucking dumbasses, have you ever heard the phrase, there's power in numbers?
Oh, yeah.
When was the last time you saw 100,000 people get together toward a common goal of building an industry and said, here we are, we're ready? How many times have you watched the film of another filmmaker and thought, gee, I could do this cinematography better than that, or I could have offered them this light that would have made this scene better? They don't know what they're doing. Instead of being a dick about it and shitting on their film, why haven't you hit those people up and said, hey, I watched this film. Listen, great concept. I loved it. This one scene, you should have had one of these things. You should have had one of these lights. You should have had this type of lens. I have those. I would love to offer them on your next film, because together we're stronger than if we're individual. It's like that analogy from the olden days, the Jesus times, with the one stick you put in your hands and it snaps in half. Then you grab a bundle of sticks like me and you put them together. Then you grab a bundle of sticks and you try to snap all of them in half together, and you can't do it because there's power in numbers. And so what does Hollywood do? They say, just focus on making a good film on your own. AI is going to help people make movies alone in their basement without... Why? Think about it. Think about it on a broad spectrum. Why is it important? How is it helpful? How does it build community to be able to do everything by yourself? Now let me ask you if you've heard of another phrase. Big Sun Tzu, The Art of War.
Yeah.
The Art of War. Is it combine and conquer? Is that what it is? Bring everybody together with the same ideology and then conquer them? Is that how nations get conquered?
No.
Divide. Divide, divide. Divide and conquer. Because when you are a singular person, your opinion means shit. It means nothing. But if you have the opinion of 100,000 people all together saying, this is what we do for a living, you're more than welcome to join us. But we here like to work together. And you can still be capitalist and you can still make your money. If you're a good capitalist, if you're a person, which I know to some of you it sounds like an oxymoron, but stay with me. If you're a good capitalist, you make a lot of money and then turn around and reinvest that money, not only into yourself, but into the other people in the community around you by offering them work and offering them opportunity and offering them more ways to build themselves up and build their careers. Because if you're all alone, you sit there in your basement making AI movies and you think, this is the future. Look at this whole thing that I didn't even make. I just typed the prompt in.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
The problem is not that nobody watched your film. The real problem is that there is no system in place that makes people care about watching your film. It has nothing to do with the quality of your movie. Look at all of these movies that are coming out. Everybody knows about lighting. It's clear. It is obvious to me, and it should be obvious to all of you, that you all know how to make something look cinematic. We all know that a feature means it's like an hour and a half story. God knows you can make a story out of fucking anything these days, I guess.
Yeah.
So why is no one watching your film? And the question that I'm always asking myself is, what are you doing to better your community around you? And not in a communist sense. I'm not saying take your paycheck and give it out to all the fucking homeless people or whatever, unhoused, whatever the politically bullshit correct term is. But how are you working with other people in order to build some strength together so that we can all benefit down the line? Now, we're all young enough, most of us, Edmund not included.
Yeah, I know.
We're all young enough that if we do this now, which is why I'm preaching it as much as I am, if we really just have a little bit of a mental mindset shift and say, what can I do to help another filmmaker? And with the caveat that they're going to help you as well. Don't get me wrong. This is not about you doing everything for everybody else and nobody helps you. I'm saying, what can we do together that will actually gain us some traction? And if you don't think it's possible and whatever, then go sit the fuck on the sidelines and get out of the fucking way. I want to work with like-minded people. I don't even care if I like them. I don't even care if they make good movies or bad movies or horror movies or funny movies or romantic movies. I don't give a shit what kind of movies get made. They should all get made. But they should also all be seen. That's my point. And the only way that movies can be seen and that we can build our own stars and our own industry and we can have some real traction and just make enough money to pay our bills and say when we are on our deathbeds that this was the life that we wanted to live. We lived doing what we wanted to do. We have to work together. We have to do things together. And we have to build audiences first, combine audiences, and start talking about and promoting each other. Again, or you're going to end up in the basement using these tools that are a little, I guess they're just tools.
They help you out.
Now, here's the other thing. Here's the newest propaganda. And listen, I'm not a political person, really. Like on the show, I don't talk about politics. It's really not my bag because I talk about filmmaking as much as possible. And I like to talk about things that I don't see a lot of people talking about, okay? Like that chick from Obsession that totally screwed herself.
Yeah, art director.
Right. On June 22nd, I'm so disappointed in this story. I'm so disappointed in this story.
Let's hear it.
The People's Studio, A24, officially converted to AI24.
Yeah, I read a headline. I didn't really read too much into it, though.
I've got a statement from the day that this merger or whatever, this new deal happened, from Google's DeepMind.
Okay.
Whatever the fuck that means. Today, Google DeepMind and A24 are announcing a first-of-its-kind partnership focused on research. Wouldn't you think that Universal would have done it first, or Paramount, or one of these other I don't give a shit about people corporations? But no, the People's Studio,
Yeah.
A24, Captain Independence, they joined forces within a $75 million deal with Google's DeepMind to create tools. This is the latest, the propaganda. I love it because there was so much pushback about making full movies with AI.
Yeah.
That now they've reverted to, well, no. We're just making tools to help filmmakers. I recently saw a post by another guy who was like, I was the head of production for whatever the fuck, and he just came out with this thing. I left a comment because his post was all about how this AI tool isn't going to replace writers, it isn't going to replace actors. And I go, it's just going to replace everybody else. The comment got like 500 likes. People were fucking blowing up in the comment section. I go back to check it like 2 days later. He turned all the comments off. Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? You can't stand behind your product? Temu doesn't even do that. Temu doesn't even do that.
Yeah, I remember that post. Where was he based out of?
Who gives a fuck? I hope he is based out of nowhere soon. There has been an exorbitant amount of backlash online, and so they cover up their shit. Here's the statement. I'm going to read the full statement from A24 after all of this backlash came out against this deal. Sorry, AI24. I'll never call them A24 again. I will never call them A24 again. AI24 responded to the backlash by saying, recently, we signed a $75 million deal. Oh, no, hold on. They said this, quote, recently AI24 signed a $75 million deal with Google's DeepMind unit to begin developing AI tools for creators. And their response after the backlash was, this is a research partnership. Fuck off. This is a research partnership. We're working side by side with DeepMind's researchers to learn, iterate, which means generate, iterate and build, having an active hand in shaping new tools and workflows. Our relationship with our audience is something we don't take for granted. This partnership exists because we want to dedicate what tools get built for artists, and so we want to dictate. We want to dictate what tools get built for artists, and so they have a voice in shaping them rather than having tools handed to them. We'd rather have a seat at the table than on the sidelines. We'd rather make money with AI than be like the rest of you who won't have a job in 3 years. How is that a good statement to come from AI24? Because that's what they are from now on. And anything after, like, I don't know, The Lobster, or what's the most recent movie that came out from AI24?
I don't know.
Well, it wasn't Obsession. It wasn't Obsession because Focus bought that one because they didn't want to use AI stuff.
Is anyone saying what kind of tools and workflows are actually coming out?
This is my point. This is how they get you. When they said that they were going to make full movies with AI, people freaked out. So we're going to back it up a little bit. Whoa! Okay, we won't make full movies. But what about these tools?
Yeah, the tools that make the AI. Or the generated AI.
Right. What if we just give you some tools?
Yeah.
How long do the tools last? Before they go, well, we've given you another tool. And these tools work together on their own without a person. But we won't call that an AI movie. We'll just say he used a lot of tools.
Not good.
I wonder what other companies have been saying.
Tools?
No. What have other companies been saying about using AI? Polaroid, for example.
Polaroid.
Yeah, what did they say?
What did they say?
They just dropped a huge campaign, Polaroid. Big billboard style campaign all over New York, all over the country. And they are not fans of AI. And finally, a large corporate company is coming out and saying, yo, not good. Not good. If you believe the propaganda and the hype that AI is here to just be a tool to help filmmakers and that they're not trying to take over the whole thing, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're totally fucking wrong. You're an idiot, and you're wrong. I cannot fathom what that boardroom meeting, whatever meeting it was that said that that this was gonna be a good thing, publicity-wise for A24. I don't know who the fuck signed off on this. They're not going to see it. You're a fucking idiot. You're an idiot, whoever you are out there who signed off on this deal. You had an opportunity to take a stand, and you got scared, and you said, we'll take the $75 million. That's exactly what happened. Seat at the table. Enjoy your table. I'll never watch another A24 movie again. Not anything that comes out from here on out.
What if they use less tools?
I don't give a fuck. They signed a $75 million deal to put my people out of work.
Yeah.
I'm boycotting A24 from 2026 on. I don't care. I don't care. It's worthless to me. It's pointless to me. It means nothing to me. It's not real. And I feel bad for any filmmaker who sells their movie to A24 moving forward because everyone will now think it was made with AI.
Yeah.
You have branded yourselves as the AI studio. That's it. That's it. How pathetic.
I'm seeing a lot more people like walk around with Polaroid cameras.
Yeah,
You know,
I wonder why that is. Because people love AI so much, right?
Yeah. Do you have a Polaroid camera at all?
We did growing up. We had the one that spits the thing out, and it spits it out. And not supposed to shake it, I know.
Like a Polaroid picture.
Well, there is somebody, though, who cares, similar to the way that I do, apparently, and that is this gentleman from Vermont. Oh, man. A new pilot program. This is from 7daysvermont.com. 7 Days VT. Let's read the news a little bit here. And I was sent this by another filmmaker, so I appreciate it. If you guys have things you want me to talk about during the week, send them to me, DM them to me. I'll talk about them. A new pilot program, and this is crazy. I can't believe it's happening. A new pilot program aims to boost Vermont's film industry. It's so funny because I've had ideas like this before, and some people are just like, I mean, I don't even know how that would work. Like, how would this work? Somebody's figuring it the fuck out. A new pilot program aims to boost Vermont's film industry. The collaboration of Film in Vermont and Vermont Production Collective will award money up to $50,000 annually to local film productions in packages of $5,000 to $10,000 each.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's something.
Yeah.
We're starting somewhere. Interesting when people think that type of shit wouldn't work. Interesting.
What are the
Interesting.
What are the requirements to get these grants?
Am I the fucking head of this thing? I don't know.
I don't know.
But somebody's starting it.
Okay.
East Corinth doesn't tend to attract many out-of-state visitors, but of the roughly 100 crew members in town during the 2023 production of Beetlejuice,
All right.
all but 2 had traveled from afar because Vermont has 2 things: trees and syrup.
And beer.
And Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, yeah. Yeah, I know someone who worked on that.
One of those filmmakers was Brian Carroll, founder of Film in Vermont, an online database that aims to connect filmmakers around the state. What a novel concept. Working as a location site representative and videographer on the Beetlejuice sequel, led Carroll to realize that while many filmmakers films are set in Vermont, very few locals actually have a role in their creation. It's almost like by offering grants through some sort of program, he's incentivizing more people to make movies.
Maybe.
I'm just fucking baffled. Vermont is also one of only 4 states without a government-sanctioned film office. That's very interesting because Massachusetts has one. New Hampshire just got rid of theirs, unfortunately. But listen, governments are fucking stupid. So they do shit like this all the time, which is kind of why it's up to us to continue. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe this Brian Carroll guy's a moron. What could he possibly be doing that would actually help? Obviously, AI is the future.
This is Vermont.com?
7daysvermont.com.
Oh, sorry.
It's their publication, whatever. Let's continue. The pilot program, sponsored by the Koopman Fund, through the Vermont Community Foundation, will award a total of $50,000 to local film productions in packages of either $5,000 or $10,000, depending on each project's scope and what they need. Filmmakers can apply through July 21st, and 5 to 7 projects will be selected. What if we had something like this that spanned all 6 states? What if that was something that happened?
You could probably get more money if it's in all 6
Yeah, it'd be
states.
crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want the money. I like to complain that nobody watches my film.
I just want to use some tools and just do it all on my own.
I just want to sit in my basement in my underwear and type a prompt into a computer and pretend and continue to LARP as a filmmaker. And then submit it to, I don't know, AI24.
Nice.
And have them give me millions and millions of dollars for it. That's the future. Fuck it. Forget your $200,000 in college debt. It's worthless. It's pointless. So what? So what? So you care about anamorphics versus whatever the fuck, spherical lenses? You like primes over zooms? Who needs them? Type it in. Type it in.
Wide
Everybody
angle?
can use an Airy when it's a fucking prompt. Shot on Airy.
Yeah.
Shot on Airy with these primes at this golden hour. All golden hour. The whole film, golden hour. Everybody loves golden hour, right?
It's a good idea.
Yeah, man. Who cares about the fucking story? It's a great idea.
Great
idea. Fake it till you make it in your computer at home. Don't put clothing on, make an AI film, and sell it to AI-24 because everyone who sells their film to AI-24 from here on out made it in their basement, and no one else matters. No one else matters. And the actors, here's the thing, because these fucking actors, man. You see these actors doing interviews after making a movie and do it, well, they really put me through the... All of that fucking guilt-trippy bullshit is gone. It's gonna be gone because it's not real. And it took you absolutely nothing to have your name and likeness scanned and put into a fucking computer. It's not even an art form anymore. It's nothing. You did nothing to earn any fucking nothing. Nothing. It's disgusting. There's a quote from the guy. Not every filmmaker or creative lives in wherever the fuck, Vermont. There's hundreds of us in all the nooks and crannies and hills and valleys of the state. Hey, Brian, love you. There's 100,000 of us between students and content creators out of college. And we're all over New England, and we all feel the same way that you do, just so you know. And if we don't, fuck them. I do. Stay tuned. I'm telling you guys, you better fucking subscribe. You better fucking subscribe. You better subscribe because there's big shit coming to New England. And this is just the first little fucking Jenga piece. This is the first little fucking Jenga piece. So Hollywood and AI-24 and all the rest of you, continue doing what you're doing. Continue doing what you're doing. Please, please continue doing what you're doing. Continue. Maybe you'll find a way to have AI bots buy tickets to AI film. Maybe that's what you can do. Go ahead, go. Sell it full of theaters and just generate, because money will mean nothing. It'll just mean nothing. So do whatever the fuck it is you have to do, and the people who actually make real films for real people, with real people, behind the camera and in front of the camera, will be fine. Because people like Brian and myself give a fuck. That's all I got to say about that. Do we have any people watching, or am I just yelling into the void?
We've got some concurrent views. Got some comments, too.
Oh, wonderful. All right, well, what do we got for comments? Go.
Comments. Keyprod first.
If you read a comment like that again,
Yeah.
I'm going to pull you onto this side of the camera, and I will embarrass you.
You do that every Monday
I know,
night.
but not on camera.
Not on camera, no.
I'll do it on camera.
I don't want that to happen.
That's right. So please read comments that are relevant. Not, hello, how are you, or this person gave a thumbs up.
Keyprod. Oh, God, this is so far over. Let me just, sorry, guys, move the. In creative industries, your brand matters. Too many people post once in a while and wonder why nothing happens. Keep posting, build your name, and stay consistent.
It's true. It's true. Consistency is key. Not every post hits. Not everything is like a banger every single time. But if you post nothing, nothing's a banger. That's the only thing you're guaranteeing. If you don't work together, you're just making your own life harder. If you're not casting these people that have the followers that are like, if you're going to write a comedy, why would, no offense to actors out there, no offense. But if you're going to write a comedy movie, why would you not cast comedians? First and foremost, whether they have followers or not, why would you not cast comedians in the comedy? Why would you cast dramatic actors to be in a comedy?
I'm thinking about other genres because that's a really good idea. Like
sure, but comedians are people that have followers on Instagram, and that's what I'm saying. And everybody likes to try and make a comedy film, and they're never funny because they're not.
Well, what other genre can you do that? Like action? What do you get? Like a body? The Rock? Yeah, bodybuilders and stuff like that.
Yeah, why would you not go to a local gym? You know what I mean? But again, these things build community. Why would you not find an influencer who's like you're right, there are no influencers who care about like fitness and stuff, right?
Well, yeah.
Are there influencers who care about
Of
fitness?
course, yeah.
Is there anybody who cares about fitness in New England?
Yes.
Would you not reach out to that person and say, hey, do you want to play Andre the Giant in our new rendition of Princess Bride?
I'm sure they'd love to.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, these are things that, like, I'm sorry, God or the universe or whatever the fuck it is you believe in, Vishnu, whatever the fuck, okay? Whatever the fuck. Well, there's a lot of them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
H1, all right. What I'm saying is, whatever you believe in gave you, at birth, at conception, depending, whenever you think, whatever. Trying not to be political here. Listen, you were given 8 pounds of matter between your ears. Use the 8 pounds of matter between your ears to realize that there are different ways of figuring things out. Just go 1 degree further, 1 extra step. Get there. Fuck. It's like painful. I feel like I'm gonna vomit. Go ahead. What?
Bottom feeder 9829.
Hey, how you doing?
Nick mentioned Van Gogh. Everybody do a shot.
Oh, do I do that a lot? I feel like
I haven't
Picasso's
noticed.
my guy. I feel like I mentioned Picasso more than Van Gogh. I feel like I've only mentioned Van Gogh like one other time.
I know.
That's fine, though. That's fine. It's true. When you say artists, I'm just going to go with artists. The reason is because everybody knows who Van Gogh is. Everybody knows who Picasso is. If I do you know who Norman Rockwell is?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, you're old. That's why.
Yeah.
But a lot of these youngies, they don't know. They don't know. And they don't like art. But they say that they make art, and they say that that's all they care about until they make no money, and then they go, I can't believe nobody. Like, why would they? Why would they? You only care about the artwork. All right, go. What?
We have a 421 Skywalker. Hey, Nick, dropping more truth bombs, I see.
This is kind of what I do. I have one mode. And that's truth. Like it or not. I really just don't. I don't have the time. And I don't care about the fluff. And I'm praying that somebody else will care about the fluff and start making fluff. Because I will never make fluff. I will always be here saying, somebody should do this. Somebody should do this. Because I'm not going to do it. I do this. This is what I do. My job is to say, hey, I'm not seeing this. I'm not seeing this. Hollywood's doing this. Hollywood makes billions. Hollywood makes billions. I'm not seeing this. Regionally, there's 100,000 of us. How come we're not doing this? When they do this and make billions, and we wonder why we don't make billions. Dumbass, do this. Someone do this. Emerson, yes, it's a film school, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But there's a journalism degree that a lot of people get too. Stop going to work for WBZ, and make your own thing.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right, what?
We have 6 comments from Running Scared Motion Pictures.
Oh my God. Okay, I'll just let you read them off. Are there questions in throughout, or
I
is it
haven't
just
read any of them.
Okay. Well, why don't you do your fucking job then, and we'll go from there. Nice change.
In all fairness, I've been working hard to do podcasts and help grow people, but I have a hard time breaking 100 view on the podcast.
It's not about the view count. It's not about the view count, and I appreciate everything that you do, Josh. I really do, and I think it's incredible. It's not about the view count. It is about consistency, and it's about numbers. What you do is fantastic. What I do is, God knows what I do is fantastic. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. But what you do is fantastic. But what I'm saying is we need 7 of you talking about different aspects. Everybody preaches about DEI and all this other stuff and all this stuff, but we don't practice it. Why is there not someone who's talking to only female actresses in independent films in New England? Or actresses in general, or influencers in general? What's it like to be a female influencer, and how does it differ from, how do you think it differs from being a male influencer? I'm not going to have that conversation. Why the fuck would I? I'm not a female. And Josh, neither are you. But I'm saying there's got to be people out there that start these podcasts, start gaining a little bit of traction. Josh, what you're doing is fantastic, and whether or not people are watching it or not right now doesn't matter. If you give up, that's what matters. If you stop doing it, then you're not creating a trend. You're a blip, and people go, look, it didn't work. I'm not going to do it either. You have to continue doing it. You have to. You have to continue.
People I had, this is Josh again.
Go.
People I had on don't like, share, or comment. Everyone says how bad they want it in this area, but there are a lot of henny pennies. They want to eat.
I call them dipshits, but go ahead.
They want to eat the bread, but they don't want to help make it.
It's so true. It's so, nothing has been, that's the truest. I want to print the comment, put it on the wall, and look at it every day. God knows I'm trying, man. Also, haven't been invited on your show, so let's get on that. Let's fucking get on that, bro. Love you to death, but let's get on that.
He also says, get them. Yes, it's all about the collab and being open to work and be inspired by new people.
But going back to his previous comment.
Yes.
That's what I'm for. Your job is to continue doing what you're doing and continue make movies. Don't try to be me. Don't go out there and start yelling and screaming at people. I'm okay and always have been okay with being the fucking asshole. If that's what I have to do, I am extremely good at being a fucking asshole. And I say things, specifically the quiet part, out loud that people go, oh my God, I can't believe he just said that, but he's right. That's my job. And I'm okay with that job. And I don't give a fuck if people like me or not because of it. Don't ruin your career by trying to do this type of shit, okay? My job is to go out there and say, yes, that dress does make you look fat. You should go on a diet because it's probably not the dress. It's probably just your fat. That's my job. That's what I do. I'm bitchy and I'm annoying and I'm loud and obnoxious. That's my fucking job. Your job is to go out there. And also, Josh, if I were you, I would be saying to these people, I'd love to have you on my show. Here's the problem. You're still not new, but like the show is still new. And so it's difficult to say, I'm not going to have you on the show if you don't promote the shit. So you have to go through all of these people. I'd love to talk to you about this on your fucking show. Last time I'll say that. But do not give up is all I can say, because what you're doing, believe it or not, matters. And it matters to me. So continue going, please, if you care at all about the mission and what we're doing, because you're doing a great job and I appreciate it. What else?
Indie film people could be...
Same, Josh?
Yeah.
Go.
Indie film people could be our own audience if we liked it, if we liked, shared, and commented to help each other blow up. But you're right, most don't see it that way. It's sad.
It is sad. It's sad because we're all looking to Hollywood to save us. Dad's not coming home. It was a lie. He didn't need milk and cigarettes. Ugh. Maybe he did. Maybe he did need them for his hooker, but he's not coming home. Dad left. It's just you and Ma. That's it. Now you're going to raise the farm animals by yourself, and you're going to put them to slaughter, and you're going to have to sell the meat to the locals. It's all you on your own. That's it. Daddy's not coming home. Now, here's the thing. It seems in the community that all of the dads left simultaneously. And that's okay. That's okay. We need to band together, all of the farmers, filmmakers, whatever, and we need to help each other. Here's the thing that pisses me off about this. It's well known that filmmakers need to help each other in order to grow. That's well known. The problem is that in practice, nobody does anything. And until I say something like, let's see 3 grips climb a tree for a little bag of zins, things don't get any traction. That's fucking annoying. That's annoying, but it's the way of the world. It is what it is, which is part of the reason that I do gain a little bit of traction, because I say outlandish shit. Let me say outlandish shit. And by the way, if you've heard me say outlandish shit and you don't go follow Running Scared Motion Pictures and you are a filmmaker in New England, you're not. You're not. In my book, you're not. If you're not following all of each other, if you're not following me, I'm not going to promote your shit. Sorry, I'm just not. I want to talk to people and about people that care about moving the mission forward. And there will be, and there are, a lot of people who think I'm delusional. And then something comes out like this Brian Carroll guy who's like, I'll give $50,000 to filmmakers who want to make movies in Vermont. And people go, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. That's what I'm trying to say. Dumbasses. You're all a bunch of fucking dumbasses. I don't know how else to say it. Pull your fucking heads out of your asses and work together, because there are enough of us. That's my point. There are enough of us that it can work if we do this one fucking thing. What else?
This is also from a while ago. Nick, yes, bro, we got to get on something. I fucking love the passion. Already shared this. People need to listen to what you are saying.
I'm trying. I am trying. This is all I can do. I'm a big fat fuck. This is all I can do. I can sit in a chair and yell. And even that, at the end of it, I'm like, give me an aspirin. You know? That's it. Van Gogh, Van Gogh, Van Gogh. Sorry, I just want to get bottom feeder pretty drunk.
Yeah.
Van Gogh, Van Gogh, Van Gogh.
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh. All right, what else?
Amblarda.
Yeah.
Polaroid was almost destroyed by the digital era. Now they're getting their revenge. They could have given up, but they stood by their concept for a product because they believed in it.
It's true. It's true. Oh man. It's so like disheartening that there weren't more people that came out, but it's because it's a big corporate dick suck. That's what it is. Oh, AI is going to make us a lot of money, so fuck the filmmakers. You're telling me that I can cut my employment by 45% and I can still make the same profits? Let's go. What business wouldn't do that? What business wouldn't do that?
I think a lot of the actual filmmakers are not happy with AI also because the price of storage and my memory card I bought for $500 is now $800.
Yep.
So I'm not happy at all about that.
Yep.
Okay.
You're a film photographer. You like film photography.
Yeah.
How much does film cost these days?
Film has gone up supposedly.
You mean like since the 90s? How much was a Polaroid roll or whatever in 19
roll?
Whatever the fuck. Stack, whatever they do.
In the 90s, my parents bought it, so I...
But was it like,
well,
be very careful, we only have one of these for the year?
No, everyone
had everything constantly.
Everyone in the 90s had rolls of unshot film in their fridge.
Oh my God.
Next to the batteries.
Rolls and rolls of film. It was very common. Now, obviously, digital has played a role in that. That makes sense. But doesn't mean you can't buy film these days. You know what I mean? AI eliminates everybody. That FX3 you bought, worthless. RE Alexa, who gives a fuck? $300,000 lens, not anymore. It's worthless. We don't need it. We need a gray box with a table, and AI will do the rest.
I like it.
Good. Then you can die. You can go sit at home and like it, and you can watch all of it and go, this is so cool, and wonder why no one fucking calls you. Go ahead. What else?
Bottom feeder 9829.
Van Gogh. Sorry.
Yeah, Van Gogh. Y'all need to stop throwing around the name Beetlejuice. You think this is a game?
I purposely said it twice for the name, said other shit in the middle, and then said his name again. I will never say it 3 times in a row. I love you, bottom feeder.
He also says, I know Ed has a stutter, but let's rein it in.
I love when people pick on you.
Bottom feeder, to be clear, I'm right next to an...
Don't ever be bitchy to my viewers, ever, or you're fucking fired. I'll do it myself.
He's making fun of my impediment. No, I'm right next to an air...
That's right. Make fun of Edmund's speech impediment.
I'm sitting 2 feet, 24 inches
That's
from
right.
an air conditioner
Sit
that
closer.
I do not want on.
Sit closer
I'm
and
freezing my
further
butt
from the
off.
mic. Sit closer and further from the mic.
The monitor's on the right side, right next to the AC.
All right, fuck off. Go ahead. What
All
else?
right. In Blarda, New Hampshire got rid of their government film office, but why? Unfortunately, if it is an established program from top down, why would it not be more inclined to inherit corrupt practices?
No, film offices do help. Well, the reason they got rid of it is because there's not enough productions coming over from Hollywood, and they don't have enough stuff like that. But the film office is actually Massachusetts Film Office is a great resource for people who want to make movies, regardless of who they are, whether it's Hollywood or indie filmmakers. And it's just annoying because it is a resource. It's just another resource that's gone and kind of makes people a little bit more divided out there. Not that there shouldn't be something else to replace it, but it's annoying in the interim between that thing that comes up and whatever else in the future. Go ahead.
Skywalker 421 Skywalker AI-24 is hilarious.
Oh, thanks. I'm sure it'll be a clip. But that's what I'm calling it. I'll never fucking watch another AI-24 movie again because it's AI-24 now. That's what it is. How can you have a business name like A24 and then do something with AI and not be considered AI-24?
Yeah.
Can you what a PR nightmare that will be for them?
Yeah.
Honestly, I could be at a film festival. I could be poor as shit, living underneath my car, and I could literally have AI-24 come up to me and go, "We want to buy your film." I'd be like, "Nobody's gonna watch it. Think it's AI? Go fuck yourself." Thank you, but no. I'd rather gatekeep my own fucking film that nobody watches instead of giving it to AI-24. That's how much I'm fucking pissed about this. I'm not kidding. Go.
Yeah. That is it.
Okay. All right. We're after 9 o'clock. I'm sweating. I'm all worked up. I need an aspirin or something.
Mm-hmm.
How was your week? We like to kind of talk about week stuff.
Oh, man.
What'd you do?
I was actually at a wedding.
You were?
I was.
How was that?
It was fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
Is anybody from the wedding going to watch the show?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Congrats on the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you weren't one of the people getting married, whatever. Thanks for your help. I didn't get married, so it wasn't my wedding. So your attendance was appreciated, I think. I don't know.
What else did I do last week?
I don't know. You want to know what I did?
What did you do?
I went up to the grand opening of the Pine Island Resort in Maine.
Oh, yeah. You got a Tumblr right there.
Oh, yeah, this Tumblr. I put it behind the logo because they don't follow me yet on Instagram.
Okay.
If they followed me, I'd be happy to put it over here so that people could see.
Pine Island
Yeah.
Retreat.
But they don't follow me, so it's going to go over here. Yeah, no, I was invited to go up there for their opening night or opening ceremonies or whatever it is. It's like an Airbnb, but basically it's actually a really cool story. This guy, Randy, his parents owned a camp, like a beach camp in Maine, Naples, Maine. And off of the beach, just off of the beach, is this island. And he grew up like staring at this island that was owned by somebody else or whatever, local, somebody else.
Yep.
And it came up for sale, and it's right in front of his mom's house that like owns it on that beach, on that campsite. And he said, I want to buy that island. And the thing is, apparently with islands, you can't finance them. I didn't know this. I've never bought an island yet. I haven't bought one yet. And anyway, it's a great thing. They sold their house. He really downsized everything, and he turned this island into this like private, like magical Airbnb. It's fucking beautiful. There were tons of influencers up there. There were tons of great companies up there supporting and sponsoring the event. And it was a beautiful weekend, and I fully encourage everyone to go up to Pine Island if you can and get, a nice little weekend private getaway on a fucking island surrounded by the calmest water, unless there's a big party boat going by, which is fine, though, because it's very fun. They played disco music. It was beautiful. And I was up there. Congrats to Randy. I think it's a beautiful thing. And it looks like it would be a great place to maybe shoot a movie.
Really?
That's what I'm thinking anyway. I don't know. But we'll see how that goes in the future. We'll see what happens with stuff like that. That was the extent of my weekend. Plus I worked and did some other shit, which was boring, but that's fine.
I was actually at Pine Island myself.
You went?
Yeah.
Really?
Last year.
Why? What were you doing up there?
Shooting sort of a documentary. I don't think it's finished yet, but that's where I met Luke St. Germain.
No fucking way.
I'm pretty sure that's where we met. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, Luke was up there too.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of good things coming in the future. I hate to get so bitchy, but I have to implore upon people to do the things that we need to do in order to collectively survive. Because individually we will die, and no one will be able to rent a weekend on Pine Island if we don't work together. All of us can rent it out as long as we want to, if we do work together, is kind of the point. And I want to stay on a private island.
That'd be fun. Bunch of filmmakers
God,
go up there.
So cool. Do you know the content we would get up there?
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be beautiful. And Naples is such a beautiful little beachy town. It's one of those towns where it's like on the coast, so like everybody stays away from downtown, and then they get on their boats because every house has like a dock, and they dock into downtown, like they go on their boat from their house to downtown because it's like on a lake or whatever it is. It's a long lake. It's a very, very, very large lake. No, it was just so beautiful, and it was cool, and I would go up there every day if I could, if it wasn't 3.5 hours away. But it is definitely something where if you're looking to get away from real life for a while, and I don't mean by watching an AI movie, you can just go and kind of relax up there, and I encourage everybody to do so. Randy's a great guy, dedicated the island to his kids, who were both there, and they were incredibly attentive, and I hope that by next week they've followed me on Instagram so that I can put this here so we can show it to everybody, because God knows I follow them. Edmund, do we have anything else?
What is the possibility of you sipping coffee from that tumbler? How do they need to follow?
Oh my God, that would be we have to go way past follow.
Okay,
way past follow. But let's start with follow, and maybe I'll consider it.
Okay. Bottom feeder 9829. So no possibility of seeing the Nick Will AIM's show.
How are you not drunk yet? Van Gogh.
Larda AI24 is the cheese touch.
Thank you. Say it in French.
And
all right.
421 Skywalker. The whole town is buzzing about Pine Island.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet everybody's talking about Pine Island. It's everywhere because Randy's smart, and he had a whole bunch of influencers up there for the opening.
Oh, really?
Oh, everybody was talking about Pine Island.
Can we book one of the cottages now?
I don't know. It's so funny. He's such a nut, Randy. He's always crazy, and he loves to do things really big. But I really don't know what the extent of it is with regard to when it's available or not, because he got a lot of traction from the event.
Yeah.
And I think he's kind of overwhelmed right now with people reaching out being like, I want to stay on a private island. Absolutely. That has power and bathrooms and running water. And like, it's a private fucking island.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's so cool, man. And it's so like, it's so funny because from the beach, looking at the island, it looks small.
Yeah.
They had 3 nights up there. I went on Saturday, but they were up there for 3 nights, and he invited everybody to stay over. There were 60 people sleeping on this island in the trees because he had these like hammocks that were in the trees, and they were tents and hammocks, and there's a yurt there which is, I'm assuming, what people would be renting out.
That yurt was awesome.
Dude, it is like... It's like a little like Lord of the Ringsy, but it's like high scale. It is like glamping. It is.
There's 2 floors on that yurt.
It's so cool. This thing, it's so cool. And if I wasn't so pissed about the fact that they didn't follow me on Instagram yet, I would be saying more about it, but I'm okay for now. And we'll be saying more about it in the future. And maybe we'll go up there. We should go up there and rent it, do like a double or something and go rent it and do like a little vlog ski. Maybe. If we can get internet, I don't know if they have internet on the island or not, but maybe we can figure out a way to do the show from Pine Island.
That'd be awesome.
That would be kind of sick. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff coming up in the future. A lot of good things. Work together with each other. You got anything else?
No. What about this weekend? What's coming up this weekend? This week? Anything going on this week? Just
I have
working?
a lot of meetings this week.
Okay.
A lot of things going on, and I have to rush and get everything done because 4th of July is Saturday.
Yes.
And I'm a little in my feelings about it because it's America 250.
250.
I love it, dude. Like I love it. I love the patriotism. I love America, land of the free, home of the do whatever the fuck you want, and home of the fuck AIs. Okay, that's how I feel about that.
Nice.
And it's gonna be a great weekend. Maybe doing some traveling.
It's going to be a great weekend.
Maybe doing some traveling with Edmund.
You better come. You better come.
Well, we'll play your cards right, Ansem. God almighty. Anyway, I love you all. I got a lot of stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video with a filmmaker who needs to be yelled at. But seriously, subscribe, because there's a lot of us, and this we should be gaining some traction at this point.
Also, it's a full moon tonight, so...
It is a full moon tonight, so who knows? Maybe utilize my anger and frustration and the fact that it's a full moon in order to get us some fucking traction on the show.
Do it.
Stop talking about fucking Pine Island and start talking about the Nick Williams show, okay? That would be very helpful. Love you all very much. We will see you Monday at 8 p.m. like we always do every week. Love you. Goodbye.